All right, hello and welcome back. Let's make sure that I've got audio coming through. I think I do. Yes, I do. Love it. You love when everything works correctly, especially when you came over and we're in meetings all day and got stuff set up like 15 minutes before stream. So we nailed it. Glad about that. I believe we got we had a little bit of back and forth on. So this is if you've been with us recently in our streams, you've seen that we've actually already played Dallas College. The Dallas College that we played for Valorant last week was from the Richland campus location. The college that we are playing this week, same college, sorry, it's going to be the North Lake location. Ooh, that one's a fun one. But yeah, so we will be going up against Dallas College. This was supposed to be our opponent on Friday for week 2 of the NJCAAE. We got it rescheduled to today. And it is now our week 2 reschedule, as you saw on the screen before. So we're very excited to be able to get this match in today. Typically Mondays are our FIFA and Rocket League day, where today it's going to be Overwatch and Rocket League, as FIFA's getting their match rescheduled also. Definitely a shout out to Romeo. Congratulations on your coaching job. We're very excited for you. And the Aberdeen High School soccer program is delighted to have you, and they should feel really lucky to be able to get you. So congratulations on that. We're excited for it. Like I said, this is going to be technically week 2. It's a reschedule, so it's the match that was supposed to go on Friday, where our Overwatch team, I believe, sits at 1-0 in the NJCAAE, which is a great record, obviously, to have. Having no losses is fantastic. So we will see what they're able to do today, and see if they're able to repeat their week 1 success in week 2, basically. So without further ado, it looks like we are heading into the lobby. We're about 15 seconds away from heading in. They are picking their heroes right now. We will be starting on Eloise, I think, possibly. No, Lijiang Tower, I think, is going to be our first map. It'll be that same kind of form that you are...
Defense matrix activated. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture is online. Routing power to forward shield. Get through this. Defense matrix activated.
Fix that and make sure that I'm talking when we get to it. But as I was saying, we are going into this first game mode that you've got coming your way. You've got the 3 capture points that are, or objective points that are going to be in front of you. First to capture 2 of them, well, they'll go one at a time. First to capture 2 will win the map, and we've got a best of 5 maps coming your way today. Dallas College comes in and wipes the field right there, so they're going to recapture this point and start to accrue their percentage on it. The Choker's been faring pretty well so far. Had a couple of matches where Orblin hasn't been available, so Orblin back in the
Teleporter
back in. Big thing to have.
Well, you tried your best.
teammates alive right there, and they're going to recapture the points. They're going to start to try to take away, possibly hold Dallas College back here. Very possible and probable to be able to capture the rest of the point right here. 50%.
Let them out.
Reality bends to my will.
Plenty of times where either us or our opponents have been able to come back and push all the way to 99%. Their opponent or the winning team come back and try to withstand this attack. There is an onslaught from Dallas College. They're not allowed to capture the field with that off the point themselves, but they're not going to be able to. Well coordinated and timed attack there from Dallas College, but you are going to have 2 ults on the board here for the Chokers, with another being close for French Leaf there.
Rक्षा प्रणाली संदेहित
Get damage dealt well and get it right to the
Rally power, forward barrier.
Sounds like there's a high noon from Dallas College that stopped that attack from the Chokers.
I will follow my path.
Not all at all. Gotta be able to capture the back. Dallas College.
From land.
Second play, there's the 99. Officially, time got to continue to touch the get to Dallas College to grab this first objective. That is not winning the map, though. It's just the first one. It's best of 3 here on this map. So the Chokers will have the chance to be able to bounce back here on
Let's shoot for a new high score.
the second objective point. Ooh, it looks like
Imagination is the essence of
a
the
little bit. We know that Dallas College loves their Bastion and they play well with Bastion, so it looks like possibly a little bit of a call out here. To say, you guys play with Bastion. Let's see if I can play a better Bastion.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective. Teleporter online.
Got to keep it up though, as obviously now you're going to get Dallas College reconvening and recollecting on their side of things, getting all of their players back ready, right? So attack them. Now it's playing the game. Okay, how do we
Well, it could be worse.
make you feel better? Still have Tobias, there it is.
Turret deployed.
Trying to figure out what's happening. Tobias is going to get a couple eliminations there. Big time for the Chokers, actually. Not only is he able to survive there and stay with the points, they're not get it contested and get it swapped over to Dallas College, but is able to get the eliminations and clear the spot out again. So the Chokers are going to continue to gain on capping off this point. Huge play there for the Chokers and Tobias. And I do have to look up what I'm saying right here. Talk about the campuses here in Dallas College. I believe that the North Lake campus are the Blazers. I love their logo, kind of their green and blue stallion kind of Mustang logo. Pretty cool logo they got right there. But the Blazers, Dallas College.
Turret on the floor.
But I think this is probably going to be the attack there. Just enough to have it back up. Got wide already here. Let's see if they choose. The next time that they're able to clear this point off, they should be able to at least get it and then just work on getting it opened and cleared up one more time. We're probably going to see a regroup right here. They're all going to kind of wait for the rest of their teammates to come back. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's our 6.
Let's get patched up.
I am your shield.
Barriers on you.
And so plenty of time with the Blazers only at 40% so far.
My teleporter
Take
is
their route
online.
here. Probably get a teleport. Yep, teleport right on the top. We're actually going to get into the Blazers, so we should move here, catch them off guard. Test is not going to be just capture the point. Clear out the Blazers. Got to be able to do that. Be able to do it. They got behind,
My
so
work
good
is
play
not
there for the
complete.
teleport. It'll be interesting to see if the Blazers are not expecting that though. They need to go with a different strategy. Choker's goal now is to, things are starting to kind of even up here. He's able to, oh, big pick right there for the Roadhog. Tobias just got a little too far out in front.
Regen burst activated.
Enemy
Tickers going on you and they're starting to get close to their 99%. You still got plenty of
Teleporter
time.
online.
To talk about when you get to 99%. You got to as the team that's at 99%. You got to be able to space out. Not especially if you get a big bastion player here, not able to do so. They do clear off the point, so a great turnaround there from the Blazers. Unfortunate for the Chokers. We're right there with them neck and neck the whole time, so it's a good sign of things to come here for the Chokers as they're able to keep up with the Blazers from Dallas College. And we talked about it right there. There's that bastion. Dallas College has some big plays. Left out the one there.
double.
3K, possibly 4K right there. So that's that initial clearing of the spot right there. So the Chokers are going to have their hands full with the bastion from Dallas College. And so just looking at the standings, it is... Oh no, we are actually trying to remember. So now I'm looking over here. Looks like actually I get them mixed up because now we're in the 2 different leagues. We are actually 0-1 in this league right now, so we're trying to turn things around and get back into that win column here and try and even up at 1-1, with Dallas College being a really tough opponent. In our we had a scrim against them. We saw their record is currently 1-0 also, so they won their first match of the season. So it's really a good test right here for the Chokers to be able to try and right things around. If they're able to grab the win today, it sets them up really nicely in the standings. They get tied with Dallas College, but own the tiebreaker. It doesn't really come into play right now as we're only 2 weeks into the season. But down the road, if we get into that tie once again with Dallas College, we'll own that tiebreaker. So really a big match here for the Chokers. But in no way, shape, or form is week 2 going to portray how the rest of the season is going to go. We've seen many a times from a couple different teams last year, from a couple different opponents that we had last year, that from week 1 to week 9, it's a completely different story for each team. And really all that matters is just making sure that you get into the playoffs. So getting into that bracket play that starts after week 9. And at that point in time, you just want to make sure that you are firing on all cylinders. Your team is playing the best that they can. They've got their strats down. They've got their maps down. They've got their communication down. They've got their skills sharpened as much as they can. And so if you're hitting your stride at playoffs, you're set. Because once you go into playoffs, everybody's 0-0. So a win is just as good as any other win in the season. In fact, better. and a loss is going to be the detrimental thing that will actually push you out of the playoffs. So you get into 0-0, and all you have to do is focus on one game at a time and just make sure you don't lose, kind of thing. So anything can happen at the playoffs. So week 2 does not portray how the rest of the season is. It's not going to say, oh man, we lost week 2 or we won week 2, and so now we're going to win the whole thing, or now we're going to lose even more matches and not make the playoffs. But obviously we know with the Chokers already being 0-1 and Dallas College winning their first matchup, that it's going to be really a good boost for the Chokers if they're able to turn this around and be able to come and grab 3 more maps, or 3 maps in general, and win this whole match today. As we know that just looking at it, it looks like, oh, actually, Dallas College might not even have a match yet, because it looks like they had their bye last week, and then or week 1, and then week 2 would have been the reschedule with us, which is this game right here. So they actually haven't even played yet. That's crazy. So this is their first match of the season. You know that they've been together for a good little while now, because they will be working on, they've probably been working together and all that kind of stuff. And so they're just figuring out the next map that they're going with. And it seems like there's a little bit of discussion on how it goes. Usually how it goes in the NJCAAE is there's a pool of 3 maps for each game mode, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. And the loser gets to pick which map they will go to. And so it looks like the Chokers have opted to go into Hollywood. And so they'll be playing the hybrid game mode here in Hollywood. I think I'm get it correct. The NJC and the NECC do a little bit different of order of what modes they go to. So I'm pretty sure that we're going to be heading into hybrid, which means that whoever is on attack first, I did not actually see that. I might actually be able to scroll back through it here. So it looks like Dallas College, the Blazers, are going to be on attack first. So their goal is going to be to go and capture that first objective point. Once they do that, then their payload is going to be unlocked and start going through the route that is upon it, and then they're basically just trying to push that payload all the way through to completion. If they don't get it through to completion by the end of the timer, it's then the other team's goal to push their payload further or complete their point further than the other team, the first attacking team, was able to do. So we'll see what comes that way. It looks like we've got a little bit of a pause going on right now. Oh, we lost connection to one of our players possibly, so we'll probably just get connection back here pretty soon and get out of this pause and get rolling again. But as we said, the Chokers are sitting at 0-1 in their NJC league. But in the NECC League, which is typically their Thursday night games, they've actually been performing pretty well as they're evened up at 1-1. Both leagues, I think. I feel like I put something wrong. I think I did the scoreboard wrong, my original scoreboard. For some reason, I was thinking we were 1-0 in this league, but we are not. As I'm looking at it right now. I must be losing my mind, which is very likely. But they're 1-1 in the other league, which we've seen a extremely tough. I believe it was week 1 of our NECC league. We saw an extremely tough team from there who was well organized, well skilled, all sorts of great stuff going for them. And so it's been a lot of fun being over here. Oh man, we actually lost power. Well, that's not good. So we're going to head over to our cinematic right now. I'm going to let you hang out with that while I go and try and figure out what's going on. We'll probably get it figured out here shortly, but in the meantime, enjoy. All right, we are back. Well, actually, we're not back yet, but I'm back with an update. So we have one of our players, Tobias, who plays from home, just because plays from home. So and the Grays Harbor County is in. As I look down at the parking lot, it looks like it's already starting to. Is in flood warning right now. I think actually quite a few parts of Washington, probably along the coast, all that fun jazz, is in flood warning, aka storm watch. So it sounds like Tobias's house lost power going into map 2, and that's why he disconnected, and that's why we're waiting for him. So what he is doing is actually hopping in the car right now, bringing himself down to the esports center, logging on here, getting ready to roll so we can jump back in at map 2. He does live a little bit of ways. For those of you that are around in the area, I think he lives out of Aberdeen, so he more towards the Montesano world over there, over in that area. I think Central Park more. But in fact, his address is, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to tell you exactly where he lives. I don't even know what his address is because I don't want to be weird and creepy and all that kind of stuff. But currently in his car, he's going to be working his way here. So once he gets here, we'll be able to get him logged in and all that kind of stuff, get back into the game. Once we get him back in and rolling, we're going to get the match back up and rolling. We'll be starting right where we left off. So we'll be going into map 2, which is going to be Hollywood. It is the hybrid game mode, which means that it's going to start off with a objective point that the attacking team has to capture. Once they capture that, it'll unlock that payload, that basically that floating vehicle that's going to go down that path. You have, I think in the hybrid game mode, if I remember correctly, there's only one checkpoint, unlike the payload game mode where it's just solely the payload, and there's 2 checkpoints. So they'll have one checkpoint that they have to get to before time runs out, and then all the way through the finish line before the time runs out, if they're not able to do so, which we've seen happen on both ends as us as attackers and defenders. Sometimes you actually see the defending team play so well that the attacking team actually doesn't even get a tick or one of those little pieces of pie off on the capture point that they're doing. And if they aren't able to do that in their time, the attacking team then turns around, and if they capture even just one chunk of that objective point, it's already round over. So basically, the attacking team, their goal is to get as far through the objective point and through their payload as possible before the time expires, and then the defending team, it just has to go either further than them, or if they both push it through, they want to leave more time on the clock, because then it's going to flip back over and do the same thing again, but each team only starts with how much time they have left. So it could get into a battle. You could see where it's back and forth quite a bit and the round goes further or longer than some of the other rounds, but it also is very likely and sometimes happens where it actually is a shorter round, because the defending team, or the team that chooses to attack first, that chooses to defend first, plays a really good defensive strategy, has a really good defensive round there, and it leaves themselves up to being able to cap or get past wherever the other team ended fairly quickly. So like I said, we'll be interested to see when it comes back. I'm sure that we'll see a little bit more of that Bastion. I think it's played by No Sun for Dallas College. The Blazers over there at Dallas College. We'll see if Bastion is the choice again. As you see, a lot of times Bastion is a pretty handy dandy character that you can put up on top of your payload, and you can get the shields around them, transform him into the turret instead of the big old robot that's walking around. And when you're in that turret form, you're just spraying bullets all over the place. And so if they're able to shield it up well and keep him protected, and he's able to just sit on that payload, it's pretty deadly. So we will see if the chokers will have an answer to that. But in the meantime, we're just going to be kind of hanging out, waiting for Tobias to get here. So please do hang out with us, have some fun, all that good stuff. I hope that we don't lose you in the meantime. If you're here checking it out, all that kind of stuff, feel free to keep our stream up. Obviously, keep the stream up, because you'll hear either the game come back on or me come back on. I'll probably be super excited for it and be like, hey, we're back. So keep the stream up. Do something else on your computer, on your phone. I know if you have an iPhone, you can swipe up and it'll go in the top right of your screen, the little picture in picture. Go scroll through. I think usually Facebook actually stops this Twitch stream because you have videos that play on Facebook, but you can go on Twitter, you can go on Instagram, you can play games on your phone, whatever it is. If you're on a computer, just pull up another window, but keep us up and be ready for us to pop back at any minute and be able to get into map 2. If you're going to a different window, I highly encourage you to go check out our Facebook page if you have not already. It's just GHC, all capitals, and then a space, esports with a capital E. Go check out our page on Facebook. Go check out our Twitch page and see some of our past broadcasts maybe. You can go back and look at how our Overwatch team fared 2 weeks ago, or I guess more like a week and a half ago. You can check out our YouTube page, which has most of our streams saved on there, as long as I always remember to do so. Now we're streaming on YouTube also, so I don't have to remember to upload it over because it just automatically saves. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it to everybody else. It saves me a step. But all in all, just please keep our stream up. Keep your ears open for when we come back, all that kind of stuff. Tobias is getting here as quick as they can without speeding, with being legal on the roads, all that good stuff. And then when he gets here and we get him all logged in and signed in and everything, we'll be ready to roll and we'll be back on at map 2. In the meantime, just continue to hang out with our beautiful cinematic, and hopefully it will not be too long, and we'll see you here pretty soon. All right, I promised that we would be back eventually, and we are back. So we're super excited to have. We've got Tobias back in the. Oh, we had Tobias back in there. Now his name's gone again. Possibly just has to pop out and work on a setting or something, possibly. I'm getting a little bit of typing going towards me, so we'll check and see. But if you've been patiently sitting there waiting with another screen up or something like that, we should be right back real quick. Oh, Tobias is back in, so they should be resetting back up the map, exactly where we're going, all sorts of fun there. And then we're going to be hopping back into... I have to remember exactly where we're going and get this updated right here. We should be going to... Yeah, we should be going to Hollywood. And we're going to be playing hybrid. Tobias is just fixing some of the settings on the computer, as obviously his settings that he has at home probably are a little bit different than the settings that we have preset here on our computer here. So just fixing some of the keybinds and the mouse and all sorts of fun stuff going on right now. A huge shout out once again to Dallas College. They've been not only awesome with us for this game, but for last week with Valorant and all sorts of great. They've been really flexible with us and really awesome. So if you're watching, if you see this or whatever, thank you so much. Dallas College has been awesome. We're gonna make sure to give them a shout out whenever we can, all that good stuff. And we've been talking back and forth. We'll probably have plenty of fun, maybe getting some scrims and stuff going together. And all sorts of greatness coming that way. But shortly, once Tobias is able to get all the settings kind of fixed and ready to roll, it looks like he's back into the lobby. We should be rolling and getting ready to go. And so we're going to have Overwatch coming back at you here pretty soon. And then we've got Rocket League getting ready to roll as we're going to be playing at 6 o'clock is their match time. So we'll possibly do... I don't know. We might not be able to bounce back into a Rocket League, but we will see how that goes and see if we're able to do so. And if not, no big deal. All good stuff. But looks like we are ready to roll. We're getting into it. And so just a quick refresher for those of you that have been hanging out with us. Grace Harbor dropped the first map, that assault map, to the Blazers from Dallas College. And so they are currently down 0-1 in this best of 5 maps for the match. Had a really good showing, honestly. They were able to, I believe actually, they were able to capture the point first in both of the points that they lost. But Dallas College just had a really good response both times. The second point, we pushed it all the way to, I think, like 93%. And then Dallas College was able to come back and cap off the rest of theirs. So really a good back and forth battle that's already started here between us and the Blazers. And so hopefully we'll be able to get into map 2 here on Hollywood and have a really good go of things here. I believe that we're starting on the defense side of things. So ultimately our goal is to really, if you want to make it sped up a little bit and make up for some of the lost time that we had when Tobias had to rush here, then you try to not even let them get a point on that first objective spot that they've got to be able to capture to get their payload unlocked. You do that, you hold them off. All you got to do is come on the attacking side and just get the first little chunk of it, and you're going to win this map. So Chokers are looking to rebound, even things up at 1-1, and be able to go into the third map all tied up. I do know that they usually play pretty well here in this hybrid mode, so we will see how they fare against the Blazers, who've been pretty solid so far.
Oh, my damn!
Try not to get yourself killed up.
Very much for waiting around.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Let's get you healed up.
Practice 1.
Turn it up! The war my power. Back in the saddle again.
I will protect the innocent. Objective lost. I will stop the payload. I will not waste this opportunity.
Get over here and heal up. Good choice.
Time to raise my
The payload has reached
Patched up.
Heroes never die.
you serve this.
Not over yet.
Activate.
Score 0-3. Switching sides.
Oh, time to accelerate!
Time to kill.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Do not deviate from the plan, and victory will be ours.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing.
Fight is won.
My teleporter is online.
I need healing.
At least you're going to live. Enemy contact.
That which doesn't kill you. Area destroyed.
Let's get you moving.
Tin cans. A dime a dozen.
不洗澡。Nerf this! Helden sterben nicht!
Got you in my sights. Target-rich environment. Just keep pushing forward.
Teleporter online.
I have found the enemy! Come and face me! My sights. I can do this.
60 seconds remaining.
Oh, yeah!
Massive payload.
All patched up. Accelerate!
Justice reigns from above.
Nano boost administered.
Hold on.
Best shot.
Play of the game.
So as I was saying, best of 5. Dallas College goes up 2-0. So not really the resuming that we were hoping to see right there. We're hoping to see all of our troops rally together and be able to go and grab this map to even it up. But we have not been surprised from time to time when you see the reverse sweep happens. By that I mean when you get a sweep, especially in this best of 5, it means you just win the first 3 and the other team isn't able to win any at all, so you get your sweep going there. The reverse sweep would be in this situation. Dallas College grabs the first 2, and then Grays Harbor rattles off 3 in a row to be able to come back and win this match. So in front of them, the first task is obviously getting to map 3, which I cannot remember what it's going to change to. Once we get the map chosen and sides chosen and all that kind of stuff, and they change it here in the lobby, I'll be able to see that. But Chokers go down 2-0 or 0-2 really. You're supposed to say your score first. So we will see how they're able to respond here. We talked about it. We knew in a little bit of the scrim that we got with them. We've seen in the first 2 maps a really skilled team coming to us from Dallas College. You can tell that their communication is really tight. Their teamwork is great. Their strats are good. They have a answer for a lot of the different things that the Chokers are going to do. We will be heading into, it looks like we're going to assault on Hanimura, and so we will be heading there for map 3. But Chokers have to, it's a win or go home right here. So now their backs are up against the wall for the rest of the match. If they lose a round from here on out, that is the match. It will go to Dallas College. If they're able to run 3 off in a row, they can come back and win this whole thing. So sometimes teams thrive in this situation, and sometimes teams don't thrive in this situation. I think Grace Harbor has a lot of grit to them. This team has a lot of fight in them, and so we'll see them be able to fight back. It just is up to, are they able to step up to the plate and answer this call that Dallas College has already given out to them, as it is a very, very skilled team across the way. It looks like we will be going attack first to start, as Dallas College gets to choose, and they choose to defend. So we will be heading into map 3 here. Chokers have got to be able to go and grab this one and be able to continue to extend the series. At this point in time, you're just looking at one map at a time, so we're not even worried about what map 4, what map 5 could look like. We're just going to take a look at this right now. We're going to say, hey, we're going to Hanimura, we're going on assault, and we've got to go and win this map right here. And so I think the key to that is seeing a big step up. You see a lot of great plays being happening. We get a lot of really good tank play from both comms in Azrael. I think that the tank play from Azrael right there was one of the main reasons we were able to push the payload as far as we could against a really skilled team. Tobias and Orblin are always extremely good as our DPSs, and then nothing is doable without the fantastic healing that we're getting from Fast and Crunchy last season and this season. It's just been a reoccurring theme. That's why the Chokers were able to make playoffs last year, all sorts of great stuff. So we've got to be able to focus in right here, get to map 3, and we'll play map 3, win map 3, and get to map 4, and then you reevaluate once you get there and figure out all that kind of stuff. But right now it's just figuring out how are we going to beat Dallas College. You've seen a couple different comps come your way already, so I don't think that you can really plan for too much. You just got to be able to react and be able to do it quickly. A lot of that gut feeling, that intuition is what you're going to have to stick with, as we were kind of expecting a lot of a Bastion coming at us, but we didn't see Bastion at all in round 2. So I think that Dallas College really just kind of morphs, kind of goes with the flow, the comps that go for that map, all sorts of all sorts of stuff like that. So we will see how they're able to respond here, if they're able to respond, and we want to go take it to the Blazers and be able to extend this match. At the very least, you don't want Dallas College to be able to just take it in 3. You want to continue to extend. You really want them to earn a win if they're able to take a win. That's always the goal in every single competition, is to push your opponents as far as you can and make them work as hard as they can. If they win the game, congratulations, they win, but you want to make them really work for that. But the Chokers really have a good chance to be able to flip things around here in map 3 and get started on that reverse sweep road.
Let's get to work.
Taking the objective.
Over here.
I'm on fire.
I'm on
Objective A captured. Commence attack on objective B.
You're fully healed.
Mecha activated. I'll show them.
Come out and face me.
Hi.
Teleporter online. Open for fire.
You're going to
Not getting away.
안녕.
Don't worry, my friend.
very fast.
Let them up. It's time. For
Team kill.
I'm too young to die.
Lucio coming at you.
our secret thing.
Der Kampf ist noch nicht vorbei.
They ain't finished yet.
The grave cannot hold me. Come out and face me!
Sterben nicht.
Yeah, time to heal up. That's more like it. Woof!
Hello. Bad guys, heads up.
Oh, this is my jam.
Step right up.
Enemy turret ahead.
I'm on fire.
Let's hustle.
I'm taking the objective. I'm on fire. It's mine. Enemy is back for more.
Get through this.
60 seconds remaining.
이건 사기야.
Come out and face me.
Ceiling boom. Oh, let's break it.
Step right.
Let's make it active.
Hold up.
Score 2-0. Switching sides.
Believe me, I get wanting to wear the armor and all, but following the old man around must be nothing but trouble.
I don't see it that way. To me, it's an honor. I've got you covered.
Shoot for a new high score.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Let's get a move on. exciting.
Feeling better?
Catching you up. You're yesterday.
Need healing.
Taking damage.
I got you. Rally to me. You up.
This is all
Form
part
up
of the
here.
learning process.
Objective lost. New defense point.
Concrete document.
Objective B.
Suiting up. Now show them.
Triple.
I'm in the zone. I'm patched up.
Now, hold on.
Bang.
Healing enough.
Barrier activated. I can't hold forever.
Wieder mal zu Yo!
冻住，不许走。
Hammer down.
Score 2-2. Switching sides.
Justice will be done. We shall prove ourselves in glorious combat.
Attack commences in 30 seconds. Look after yourself. I will. 1. Attack commence.
Okay, here we go. There we are.
Come out and face me.
Ejecting.
30 seconds.
Get behind.
Double time. Lucio coming at you.
Saddle up.
10 seconds.
We're almost out of time. No slacking now.
Overtime. I've come back from work. Round 3. Score 2-2. Switching sides.
Justice will be done.
You're welcome.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Well, I suppose I'll be patching up, as usual.
Barrier activated.
You needed a doctor?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Don't worry, my friend.
Defend
I
objective
have your
A.
shield.
I'll be watching your back, but be careful. Enemy corner.
Get in there.
Defeat. Play of the game.